Hey all, Steve from GuitarNiche here. On the bench we have a lovely Taylor 812 CE, well loved and being played regularly by the owner. As you can see, the frets are getting chewed up. But how much are they getting chewed up? That's what we're going to try to determine here. What do we see versus what is the reality of fret wear? That's the point of today's video. So, what I'm going to do is measure the original fret height versus the most obvious ugly wear point, which I would say is about the fourth fret on the second string. Okay, and I'm looking at it in a certain light, and it's nasty. It really is. It depends on the player and stuff like that, but just eyeballing it, it's either the fourth or fifth, but I'm going to say it's the fourth. So I have zeroed out my calipers here, my digital calipers. So I have this lovely notch affair on the end here, which helps me to make measurements. And if I go to, let's say, the second fret here, in between the fourth and fifth strings, this is like pristine virgin territory because strings just don't get at it, you know what I mean? Anyway, we'll see what the actual fret height is. Let's see here if we can, oh, let's knock that in properly. Yeah, it's about 46 and change. Okay, if you can see that. Okay, so that the original height is around 0.046 thou inches. Now, what is the amount of wear? Can you guess? So we have 46 thousandths. That is according to our original fret height. I would say by just looking at it, I'd say, oh man, that's worn to rat shit. Pardon my French. I mean, those frets are chewed. Believe it or not, I've seen way worse. And anyway, that's another story. But you would, by just looking at that at face value, say, oh, half the fret's gone. Easily, half the fret's gone. Well, let's find out for sure. Okay? And I will take the same tool. I'm going to have to carefully find out where that middle ground is. Granted, it's not a super sharp point on the end, but it's enough to get a read on the void or the degradation there. So that says 34 and change, you know. And if I bet you, if I tweak it a little bit, I might go to the, let's see. I mean, because I'm not going to get, oh yeah, I'm not going to get anything less. Look at that. That says 31 right there. So as imperfect as this measuring element is, because if that was a knife edge, it would get, perfect into the wear, the groove. But still, 31, 32, 33, whatever. So 46 and 31, 32, I would say that's roughly 25%. So, moral of the story is it's not half the fret. It's significant, but the moral of the story is it looks a lot worse than it actually is. Is it chewed up? Absolutely. The funny thing is, this guitar, when it's strung up, it doesn't buzz, which is just bizarre. It's a beautiful instrument. It's so well made. Now, there's two comments I got to make here. One is, this is a player's guitar. And I said to the owner, as I first inspected it, and I was playing the strings that were on it, I'm saying, oh my gosh, this doesn't buzz, because I noticed the fret wear right away. And she says, yeah, it's pretty good. I said, yeah, it's really good. But I said, you're going to need a refret, not a dress. There's no way a dress is going to, bring this back to from the dead, you might say. I mean, the frets will get down lower, but they will be so close to the wood that it'll feel entirely different and it won't do her any service, right? So I said, you're going to need a refret. Simple as that. And she says, fine. But I said, let that sleeping dog lie. Now, point two, if she were to sell this instrument, that's an entirely different story, because these frets are like the rubber on the tires of a car. If you own that car and you're driving it around, maybe your tires are worn to rat shit, pardon my French, but if you love that car and you drive it all over the place, and whatever the condition of the tires are, you don't care. But if you got to sell that car and those tires are bald, that's a problem. If you got to sell this guitar and the frets are chewed, that's a problem. That's really the point of this video, which is, what side of the equation are you on? If you own the guitar and you see fret wear, that's absolutely normal. Don't let it bother you. Let it go for as long as you can until it becomes a audible problem. This is the crux of the point. If it becomes an audible problem, do something about it. If it's a visual problem, let it ride. As much as your OCD wants to say, I can't take these divots in my frets, it's driving me crazy. Let it go. Please let it go. But if you're in a position where you have to sell the instrument, that's an entirely different situation. Either have it dressed out or have the frets replaced, reconditioned, whatever is going to make the instrument more appealing to the buyer, because it is going to become somebody else's property and you want it, or they want it at least in as good a condition as possible. You want it in as good a condition as possible to maximize your value on the trade. Anyway, that's pretty much it. So back to the original point, which was fret wear always looks way worse than what it actually is. And in this case, at face value, I would say, well, that's about half gone, but it's not. It's only about 25% gone. And in my books, 35% is the absolute limit before they got to come out. That depends on the instrument, et cetera, et cetera. But anyway, that's my point, or multiple points, you might say. That's all I have to say about that. This will get a good clean and a new set of strings, and it'll be just dandy to go for the player for however long it takes until they need it refretted. Anyway, again, my name is Steve. Have a great day. Play loud. Have fun. Like and subscribe. Read the resources below. There's always some good stuff going on in the description. Okay, freebies to give away. Okay, take advantage of them, please. And have a great day again, as usual. And cheers. See ya.